information that you have on your phone and all your devices.
Can I just tell you that I just would give anything to be in the boardroom when that guy came in and he was like, I have the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, what is your plan? And he goes, a tick-a-tock. And that was their, like, a tick-a-tock?
Yeah.
A tick-a-tock.
Tick-a-tock.
And that was it. And the whole day they were like, a tick-a-tock.
Yeah. They're like the stupid Americans.
Yeah. Do a dance.
You're listening to Tampa Bay's most listened to morning show, The Mike Calta Show. Let's have some summer fun in the summer sun, Bone fam. It's the Neutral Summer of Music, presented by Neutral. Win tickets to some of the summer's biggest shows, like Thomas Rhett, Katy Perry, Jason Aldean, and more. Plus, score Neutral summer gear, including hats and coolers. Scan the QR code at participating Florida Circle K's, Miller's Ale House, or at the Blind Goat in Tampa to enter. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Visit theboneonline.com for more details. 1025 The Bone, where the Lightning play. We are the official broadcast home of your Tampa Bay Lightning. It's the Mike Calta Show. Featured cut of the day. Sponsored by Stingray Chevrolet, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4 exit 22, Plant City. The Mike Calta Show. Download the free Bone app. 102.5 The Bone. Stream your favorite shows at theboneonline.com. Download the free Bone app or catch us on the TuneIn app. 102.5 The Bone. Available everywhere. Real Raw Radio. Neutral presents The Bone Summer Beach Bash. An entire weekend of everything Bone. Just for you. July 18th through the 20th at the beautiful Sky Beach Resort in St. Pete.
Friday night is going to be hosted by me, John Senning, and will feature a live performance from my friends Matt and Zach, who will set the perfect beachside vibe as we roast a pig and party all night long. Make your plans now.
Saturday is all about the party. Pool party, games, the Bone broadcasting live, and more. Saturday night, my band Pitbull Toddler hits the stage. The night continues after with the late night pool party and songs by the bonfire. There's so much more that we have planned. We'll be telling you all about it in the coming weeks.
Book your room now by visiting theboneonline.com. And remember, even if you don't get a room, it's free to come party. The Bone Summer Beach Bash kicks off Friday, July 18th at the Sky Beach Resort. Presented by Neutral and 1025 The Bone. Real, raw summer. 1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, it's the Mike Calta Show.
The Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. We're about to start a new segment on the show called the 6 at 9.
Yes.
Which we'll do Fridays at 9 o'clock.
Everybody seems very excited about it.
I'm excited. Explain it to him, Galvin, while I write something down, okay?
Okay. So what we're going to do is these are going to be 6 news stories from the last week or 2 weeks, whatever. Big stories that came out, crazy headlines type of thing. And it's basically like a weekend update type of thing. So we will read the headline, story, and then we will do our joke. And we're going to go around. Each person is going to do the joke and try and, be the funniest joke. And in fact, if you want to call, we will put you on hold, and then whoever will, at the end, will vote on who had the funniest joke. That person will get to pick a caller, and they'll win a prize.
Perfect.
To make it interesting for them.
I asked you to introduce that so that I could write something down.
Yeah.
On the way to work, I remembered a guest that was on this show that I forgot that we had on the show.
Okay.
So I wanted to play, have they ever been on the show before with you? And I forgot already who the guest was.
Oh.
I'll write it down next time.
Okay. I'll say yes that they were on the show.
They were. In fact, you were correct.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready to play?
Yes.
Here we go.
We don't make the news. We just make jokes about the news. It's the 6 at 9.
Keep in mind, some of these are going to be awful. because
speak for yourself, pal.
no, some of them, because this is what prep sheet comedy is like. They give you a news story and then they write a disgusting punchline, and in fact, you'll probably hear Mason Dixon reading the punchline across the hall.
Right.
Yeah.
These are not the punchlines that are given with the story.
No.
These are the punchlines we wrote to these stories to try and do our best jokes.
So let's all go around the room and read the news story
and then your punchline.
and the punchline.
Who wants to start?
Not me.
I'll start.
Okay.
You going to start?
Yeah,
All
I'll
right.
start.
We'll start it with Spanish.
Female astronaut Anne McClain is being accused of committing the first crime in outer space by illegally accessing her estranged wife's bank account from the International Space Station. When asked for comment, the estranged wife said she wishes Anne luck because she could barely find her way home from the store.
All right.
What?
She's in space. Don't ask me what. This isn't the time for what. This
I need to know.
You do your jokes.
I don't know that I did mine right now since you did yours the way you did it.
All right. Carmen's mic needs to be on. I'll do.
Does it, though?
Can I go next?
I thought that was hilarious.
That was good.
What?
That is a good joke.
Wait,
What was hilarious?
I don't get it. That's why it's so funny.
All right.
Are you talking to Moo?
I want to go next after that. Female astronaut Anne McClain is being accused of committing the first crime in outer space by illegally accessing her estranged wife's bank account from the International Space Station. This story and more on the new season of Dykes in Space.
Well, I almost did that. I almost went Dykes in space.
Or this on this season of Law and Order Space VU.
Also awful, but at least it made sense.
All right, who wants to go next?
My turn? All right. Female astronaut Anne McClain is being accused of committing the first crime in outer space by illegally accessing her estranged wife's bank account from the International Space Station. I say good for her. May the divorce be with you.
Oh! Boom! That's a good one.
Thank you.
All right, you want me to go or you want to go, Carmen?
I'll go, I guess. Oh, man. Female astronaut Anne McClain is being accused of committing the first crime in outer space by illegally accessing her estranged wife's bank account from the International Space Station. Coincidence? The first space crime and the relaunch of Space Force happened in a matter of days of each other? I think not.
All
Yeah.
right.
Female astronaut Anne McClain is being accused of committing the first crime in outer space by illegally accessing her estranged wife's bank account from the International Space Station. Buzz Aldrin disagrees. Says he wants mushroom stamp Neil Armstrong. Thank you.
All right.
That was my weak one.
Okay.
I'm going to let you know.
All right.
The rest of them come strong.
All right, Spanish, since we're going the same order.
By the way,
Are we?
Gio wins that round? Are we keeping score that way?
Yeah, I mean, we can go for best overall.
Okay.
Or you can
May the space divorce be with you.
Yeah. Go ahead, Spanish.
Okay. President Donald Trump suggested using nuclear weapons to stop hurricanes from hitting the U.S., and absolutely not even one person was surprised.
All right.
You're consistent.
President Donald Trump suggested using nuclear weapons to stop hurricanes from hitting the U.S. This is a technique he said he learned from the president of Iran, who says he stopped sunburns by throwing rocks at the sky.
President Donald Trump suggested using nuclear weapons to stop hurricanes from hitting the U.S. Well, anybody knows about blasting into stormy situations, it would be Donald Trump.
Oh,
Stormy. Topical.
President Donald Trump suggested using nuclear weapons to stop hurricanes from hitting the U.S. He also suggested using windmills to redirect tornadoes.
Very similar, Carmen. President Donald Trump suggested using nuclear weapons to stop hurricanes from hitting the U.S. He also suggested hand grenades to stop thunderstorms and yelling really loudly at wind.
I like it.
Thank you.
Very nice. Are we going to go who won that round, or do we just go overall?
I mean, I don't know, man. I'd be close between you and Gio.
Are we voting now?
Yeah.
What was your joke?
My joke was this is a technique he learned from the president of Iran, who says he stops sunburns by throwing rocks at the sky.
And what was yours?
Well, if anybody knows about blasting into stormy situations, it would be Donald Trump.
I get down to Galvin.
I like Geo's.
Yeah, I have to go Gio on that one. I like the stormy.
I love how you pointed at me and then said Galvin.
Oh, yeah.
False hope.
All right,
My
next one,
jokes are
Spanish.
off, Mike. A woman says that she uses her vaginal fluids as her signature scent when she goes out on the town, causing those attracted to women to flock towards her. We later discovered she lives in a trailer park called The Town.
She goes into town. Okay, I get that.
All right. A woman says she uses her vaginal fluids as her signature scent when she goes out on the town, causing those attracted to women to flock towards her. It's good to see Honey Boo Boo's mom is getting back in the spotlight.
Ooh.
A woman says that she uses her vaginal fluids as a signature scent when she goes out of the town, causing those attracted women to flock towards her. She better hope it's like a Yankee Candle store down there. I want Seaside Sunset Breeze, Christmas Cookie Wonderland, Cotton Candy Carnival, and Pumpkin Fall Festival.
We should have kept Kurt Metzger here to write funny lines for
Right. A woman says that she uses her vaginal fluids as her signature scent when she goes out on the town, causing those attracted to women to flock towards her. Vaginal fluids, the his or her scent from Bernie Sanders 2020.
Okay.
I don't
A woman says that she uses her vaginal fluids as her signature scent when she goes out on the town, causing those attracted to women to flock towards her. She plans on bottling it and selling it for the holidays. Look for Vaginescence at a mall near you.
I don't know if anybody wins that one.
I agree.
I like the brand name of that perfume.
Vaginescence?
I like that, yeah.
There you go.
That was a good punch at the end. Oh, my turn?
Yep.
Okay. After a rumor went viral, Dairy Queen had to take to social media to assure people that their burgers are, in fact, not made from human flesh. They then figured while they were at it, they'd remind people that there is no actual Dairy Queen either.
Ooh,
I like that.
No royalty in there.
Yeah. After a rumor went viral, Dairy Queen had to take to social media to assure people that their burgers are in fact not made from human flesh. A spokesman said, "Of course our burgers aren't made from human flesh. How many humans do you know that have 8 legs and live in a web?"
Oh.
Yeah, they're made from
Spider
spiders.
burgers. Took me a second.
After a rumor went viral, Dairy Queen had to take to social media to assure people that their burgers are in fact not made from human flesh. Who the hell even knew that Dairy Queen had burgers? Do we know if Taco Bell has clarified their rumor of animal feces in their pizza sauce yet?
That's true. By the way. All right, Carmen.
Okay, after a rumor went viral, Dairy Queen had to take to social media to assure people that their burgers are in fact not made of human flesh. In a more surprising twist, Dairy Queens are still around. Get it? Twist.
Applesauce.
Applesauce.
This one is still wide open.
Oh, man.
After a rumor went viral, Dairy Queen had to take to social media to assure people that their burgers are in fact not made from human flesh. It's actually a mixture of bone and fingernails. Yum. Okay.
Gross. Why?
Who wins that round?
Nobody.
I like Spanish's Dairy Queen.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, that was good.
It's all right.
I like Carmen's twist.
I'm so used to hating
I
you.
was very proud of my spider joke.
That made me almost cough up coffee.
I had to picture it.
I didn't. No.
Okay,
We will
sorry.
agree that these are all horrible.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
100%.
I don't want anybody listening to go, God, these guys are just, they're the worst. Do they know they're that?
They
Yes,
think
the whole
they're
point.
hilarious.
Yeah, no.
All right, next one. Spanish.
A new report says sex robots with simple coding errors may be prone to violence and could strangle humans. Shortly after, an entire subgroup on Reddit asked, well, how hard?
Okay.
A new report says sex robots with simple coding errors may be prone to violence and could strangle humans. In a recent poll, 100% of men said, yeah, we still going to bang them robots.
A new report says sex robots with simple coding errors may be prone to violence and could strangle humans. I've heard of this before. That's that auto-robotic asphyxiation thing.
Auto-robotic.
They got categories for that.
Good. That was good.
A new report says sex robots with simple coding errors may be prone to violence and could strangle humans. I just bought one for each of my exes.
It's you, Cam. A new report says sex robots with simple coding errors may be prone to violence and could strangle humans. And ones with complex errors will also spit in your mouth.
Oh, hot. Wow. Yeah.
Any clear winner on that one?
Why?
I take no credit for any of these.
Auto-robotic asphyxiation.
That's pretty good. That would have been the better.
I like Carmen's murder joke, even though it fell kind of flat.
Thank
I still
you.
liked it, yeah.
I love murder.
You worded it just a little bit wrong, Carmen.
Yeah, but-
just a little bit wrong, but it would have been perfect.
Well, thanks.
Okay, let's roll into the last one. Finally, in Houston, a Popeyes customer pulled a gun on employees after being told there were no more chicken sandwiches. He later apologized to police, saying he confused his gun with his EBT card.
All right. In Houston, a Popeyes customer pulled a gun on employees after being told there were no more chicken sandwiches. A friend of the gunman was quoted as saying, "Reggie, have a Snickers. You're not the same when you're hungry."
In Houston, a Popeyes customer pulled a gun on employees after being told there were no more chicken sandwiches. In a similar incident, a man walked into a Chick-fil-A, threatened their employees by making out with a dude.
You don't like the gays.
They hate gay people. Chick-fil-A.
Quietly explain the joke.
Oh, no.
It helps with my twist. In Houston, a Popeyes customer pulled a gun on employees after being told there were no more chicken sandwiches. I don't know why this is in news. It sounds like a typical Tuesday at Popeyes.
So this is when people always ask us, do you guys write your stuff down that you're about to do? No. This is why we don't.
Yeah.
Stick to the script.
Yes.
4 days of thought.
Oh, man.
In Houston, a Popeyes customer pulled a gun on employees after being told there were no more chicken sandwiches. To defuse the situation, the employee reminded him that Dairy Queen actually serves human flesh.
A little callback action.
Oh.
Eee. Hey.
There you go.
We don't make the news. We just make jokes about the news. It's the 6 at 9.
I don't know if we can say we make jokes about the news.
Listen to me. If this went okay, I would say, maybe we'll do it again. This was so bad we were doing this again.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, without a doubt.
Can I say it?
Without a doubt.
I enjoyed it a little bit.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it.
I did not.
Well, now I feel like I got to raise the bar. I feel like we did terrible.
We did, but
Yeah. That's
What
okay.
are you going to write them 3 hours before
You're gonna.
this next time? Or?
I could have wrote these on Tuesday, and they would have been the exact same as they are. No, I'm gonna send them.
Can I tell you that I woke up laughing at my spider joke and wrote it down in the middle of the night, woke my wife up and told her, and she laughed so hard she could barely go back to sleep.
I have to tell you, sometimes I am on the cusp of waking up, and I come up with the greatest idea in the world, the funniest thing, and then I get brushed with my teeth, and I go, "That's so stupid."
Yeah.
I don't think you brush your teeth.
can I try another joke on you guys that I cut?
Please,
That I
please
cut?
do.
Okay. This was the
See if
original
we could have
one.
gone
Is this
with
the one
that
you
one.
told your girlfriend?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
the one that I told Karen. She's like, I don't get it. But okay, so a woman says that she uses her vaginal fluids as her signature scent when she goes out on the town, causing those attracted to women to flock towards her. We later found out she wears hats on her feet because it makes her toes tickle. All right, cool. I'm glad I didn't use that
Why
one.
would she do that?
Because she's crazy. She wears vaginal fluids as a scent.
Oh.
So,
See, you're seeing crazy. I'm thinking sexy.
oh no.
Tony Burton had a good idea.
No.
Oh no.
You know, like he
Stop
had, a
doing
good,
the show.
Just cancel.
he had a good premise.
Cancel everything.
He was like, how did Fudgy the Whale not come up for Dairy Queen? Yeah, it not made of human flesh, and Fudgy the Whale actually has no whale in it. Like, that would have made
Oh yeah. Okay. I like that. That's good.
I just wonder if somebody just turned the show on right now for the first
Oh, my
time
God.
ever. They heard.
thought they were on Q105.
Yeah, I hear this show is pretty popular in Tampa. Let's try it out.
What did you say? It was Friday?
Oh, I imagine Kurt
Friday?
Metzger on his way home. What the hell? It was okay when I was in there, and then I left, and they went back to 1987.
Oh no.
Of course, our burgers aren't made from human flesh. How many humans do you know that have 8 legs and live in the West? I
He
mean,
loves it. He loves it.
that's a good joke.
Loves it.
That's a good joke.
Okay. Spider-Man.
Carmen,
What?
what do we have left to give away?
We have Disturbed, Busch Gardens, and The Who.
Great. You just pick 3 people at random. Tell them you're sorry you had to listen
Space
to it.
Divorce, I
Yeah.
think, won.
Oh,
I don't know. My Dairy Queen joke was pretty good.
It was
come
pretty
on.
good, but I'd say
Pretty
Space
good.
Divorce.
Space Divorce.
You
May
can't
the
just
Space
say-
Divorce be with you.
No, come on. That's a dumb
Was
Star
good.
Wars joke.
All right, Gio, you pick the first line.
2.
Okay. And then, Carmen, you pick 2 more people at random to give prizes to for the end of the week.
Okay.
Oh,
Spanish, you enjoying your coffee?
I thought of the divorce joke again. It was good.
Thank you.
That's pretty good.
May the divorce be with you.
That's good. That's good.
I'm deleting mine for good. right now.
No, why?
I was gonna
No.
say, are we on the
Save
right?
'em.
Are we on the right track? Is that like?
Yeah, what the hell? We're not
didn't know if
comedians.
I didn't know if I was doing this right. I just wrote some stupid stuff down and
I wouldn't say you did it right.
You're doing it right. Just make them funnier.
Yeah.
But
But at least we know. At least we know where.
we stand.
We all tell.
But no, we know what to do now. The uncomfortableness is out of the way.
Yeah, I don't think that uncomfortableness will ever be out of
No.
the way.
Right.
Who was the worst? Is it consensus?
Spanish was the worst.
No
Well, no, you
way.
had one good one.
No way, I was the worst. I think I laughed the most at yours out of everybody here, and I laughed twice. So
You always laugh at my
That's
stuff.
courtesy laugh.
they were not. Vaginescence was good.
Some people weighing in on the 6 and 9 on Twitter.
Don't read 'em. Don't read 'em.
Derek says, so basically Spanish is never going to win because he's not funny.
Oh.
RJ said, are you guys actually going to do all 6 of these things? Andrew Alderman said, I'll tell you who didn't win this game, the listeners.
He wins.
good.
He gives him the prize. He
He
wins.
wins.
Matt said it's very uncomfortable and he kind of likes it. And Ross said, I like the new segment, but maybe Kostaki Konopoulos
Kostaki Economopoulos
Yeah, whatever.
can help us with our line. Let me tell you about the Baltimore. You say Baltimore Ravens? I'll tell you about the Ravens.
I'll tell you why they're called the Browns.
Let me open my. Give me a second to open my laptop here. Poor
my
Kostaki.
God.
All right, forget about
All
it.
right, next
Let's
Friday.
take a break.
Can we not?
I'm excited.
Got 7 days.
When will you give us the headlines?
I'll give them to you, I don't know, probably Tuesday.
All right, I need to get on. I need to get on earlier this week.
Yeah, God forbid I have a panic attack anytime Monday through Wednesday. Thursday and Friday are my good panic attack days.
All right, cool. Let me take a break. We'll be back. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone.
You're listening to Tampa Bay's most listened to morning show, The Mike Calta Show. It's the Mike Calta Show. Featured cut of the day. Sponsored by Stingray Chevrolet, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4 exit 22, Plant City. The Mike Calta Show. Download the free Bone app. 102.5 The Bone.
At Advent Health, we know the heart. We've mapped it, modeled it, repaired it, and rehabbed it. We've screened it, strengthened it, and saved it. We know your heart. And we know there's an unstoppable human spirit at the center of it. Learn more about whole person care and find nationally recognized heart care specialists at floridaheartexperts.com.
Pollen season is here, and the only way to ensure that your car is truly clean every day is the unlimited membership plan from Bubble Down Car Wash. With locations in Tampa, Brandon, Riverview, Wesley Chapel, and a new location in Palm Harbor, you'll have the cleanest car in town every time you bubble down.
I'm Doug Bernetti. Growing up, I learned how hard it can be to make ends meet. At Bernetti PA, we help people every day with debt collection calls, credit card debt, home foreclosures, and bankruptcy cases. If you have questions, call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
Our annual Memorial Day Sales Marathon is on now at every Crown Automotive dealership. Now is positively the best time to buy or lease that new car, truck, or SUV. New models are in stock and available for delivery today. Or shop Crown's massive selection of pre-owns, all with special Memorial Day weekend offers. The Crown countdown clock is ticking. Today is the last day. Get to the Crown Automotive dealership of your choice now. The better way to buy and service.
The accident wasn't your fault, so why should you be burdened with the medical bills? This is Tampa injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get overwhelmed by mounting medical bills. I'll fight to ensure that the responsible party pays what you're owed. Injured on the go? Don't wait. Visit justcallmo.com.
Preparing to sell your home can be costly and time-consuming. You can skip the hassles of a traditional home sale and sell your home stress-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hey, it's JP. You can say goodbye to the stress that comes along with showings, open houses, and costly home repairs. My friends at Mark Spain Real Estate will sell your home fast and for maximum value. With over 12,500 five-star reviews, trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home for top dollar. Just go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Have you ever taken your family to dinner and been shocked at how expensive the bill was? Or gone to the doctor and been surprised by a large bill that was sent to you later in the mail? There is over $22 trillion in U.S. tax-deferred retirement accounts like the IRA and 401k. So do you know how much you will owe in taxes on those accounts in the future? Hi, I'm Rebecca Walser, principal of Walser Wealth Management and a tax attorney. And right now I want you to think about how much you've saved in your own deferred retirement accounts, whether it's $250,000 or more. Guess what? That is not all of your money. You will have to pay those taxes in retirement as you withdraw it when you have no income. At Walser Wealth, we created a retirement tax bill calculator to show you what you will pay in future taxes on your accounts, and it's free for you to use. Go to mytaxtest.com. Knowledge is only power when it's followed by action. Knowing your future taxes, we can show you strategies that might help you lower them and lower your tax burden overall in the future. For now, use our free tax calculator, mytaxtest.com, mytaxtest.com.
Memorial Day savings all month long at Crown Hyundai.
Get financing as low as 0%. Buy with zero down or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Tucson SE for only $259 a month. All backed by owner assurance. America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service.
Visit CrownHyundai.com.
With approved credit, 36-month lease, 10K miles a year, $39.99 due at signing plus dealer fee and electronic filing fee.
Summer is here, and so is the Buffalo Shrimp Special at Hooters. 10 crispy shrimp tossed in your favorite sauce, served with fries, all at a special price. 11 locations in Tampa Bay. Go to originalhooters.com for one near you.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here. During the Summer Starts Here sales event now through Memorial Day, we've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, I'm looking at Tacomas, Camrys, Corollas. Select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Get to Sun Toyota before Memorial Day, because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen. Call 800-369-3367 for more details.
Toyota.com.
Looking for expert construction services in Tampa Bay? Waterman Construction Group is your go-to for commercial and residential projects. From demolition to new HVAC, patios, pavers, and driveways, they've got you covered. Whether it's a new build, a remodel, or storm repair, Waterman Construction handles your project from start to finish with personalized service, honest pricing, and guaranteed same-day response. Visit watermanconstructiongroup.com or give them a call at 813-715-7383. Waterman Construction, your vision is their mission. Call them today and tell them you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show.
Mom and Dad seemed different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
Ah, La Galleria.
And of course, American touches like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 40% off, plus kids sail free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Time marches on, and a lot has changed. But one thing has not changed. Washington regulations on local stations. Regulations that make it tough for local TV and radio stations to compete with global big tech platforms. If you want to keep local news, weather, and live sports on TV and radio, we need updated regulations. Tell Washington to modernize the rules to help local stations compete. Learn more at nab.org/modernize the rules. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
How about these guys? They were like, hey, we're going to retire, and then they actually retired.
Yeah, they did do a little something last year, but, they retired for the comeback tour, I think. Take your time off, be rich, and then come back. By the way, we've talked about this a lot on the show, but I saw this morning before you guys got here. I was watching an interview that Adam Carolla did with Jay Leno.
Oh, I saw that.
The rumor is that Jay Leno has never spent his Tonight Show money, that he always lived off of his comedy money. And I found that very hard to believe because he was getting paid $30 million a year from the Tonight Show. I've seen his house. I know he travels private. There's a bunch of things there. But then on the podcast, Jay Leno confirmed it. He goes, yeah. And he goes, you got to stay hungry as a comic. You got to go out there. And he goes, yeah, but to never touch that. And he goes, I do 220 dates a year.
Right. And he's making a good amount, especially for corporate gigs.
Probably $100,000 at least.
And more for corporate gigs.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's probably making a couple million, and you can live off a couple $1 million. But Adam Carolla is great. He goes, Yeah, but can you live on that? I know you like to buy a car or two. But the other thing that I didn't know was he asked him about this. I love when interviewers will clear up a rumor, like you've done with Dane Cook several times in the past. Like we're going to do a Nick Swartzen sometime. Not today. When he said to him, "Is it true that you took a pay cut to pay your staff as opposed to getting them fired when the budgets were cut?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "At the time, NBC was paying me $30 million a year, and I had been making that for 10 years or so."
Which he acknowledged is ridiculous.
Yeah, he's like,
but I mean, he's obviously making them a ton of money so that they can afford to pay him $30 million. But he's like, I'm making $30 million a year.
$30 million a year for one guy to do the Tonight Show, because you still got to pay you got to pay the band, you got to pay the sidekicks and all of that. Anyway, so they said we have to fire 50% of the people here before budget cuts. And Jay Leno said, all right. He goes, how about we take a vote? How many people say that I should take that salary cut and everybody gets to stay? And they all voted against me. Yeah. And so he gave up half of his salary, $15 million a year.
He's still making $15 million.
You're right. And he said, but he goes, I got the best crew, the best people who all work their ass off now. And he goes, then I get a guy who'll come up to me and show me a picture of a car he bought. A young new family bought a new house. He goes, they all made a great living. And he goes, I still got $15 million a year and my Tonight Show money. And he goes, of which I still have. He claims he's never touched that Tonight Show money and it's all in an account somewhere. Man. My question is, if he was making $15 to $30 million a year on the Tonight Show and putting it all in the bank, and he's 80 years old now or whatever he is, 79, 76, what is he doing with all that money? He has no kids.
Yeah, like what are you waiting for? Yeah. I mean, obviously he's living totally fine.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
but I mean, he's going, like, I don't know how old he is. What, he's got to be like in his
73.
70s. Okay, 73 years old. He's got 20 years left. I mean, he's got more money than you need for 20 years to do whatever you want. What is his plan for his money if he's got no kids and, Mavis is going to get it, but then what?
By the way, what do you think he's estimated net worth? Because, all that money and putting that stuff away. And
$300 million.
$300 million. 250.
I'm going to go high. I'm going to say 480.
480.
600,000.
No,
I mean million.
What an idiot. Carmen?
100.
100 million?
Yes.
Think about it though, if he's making 15 to 30 million a year that he never touched, and he did the Tonight Show for a long time.
20 years.
By the way, Pap on the nose, 600 million is what they say his estimated net worth is.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
I mean,
that would make Gio play Lotto.
Whoever is investing his money for him has to love the fact that he just hasn't touched that.
I bet he's not investing it. I bet you it's in the bank.
I put a little bit in GM back.
I bet he doesn't do anything.
Well, they say his car collection's worth
He's got some cars.
ridiculous amount of money. He's got like one-of-a-kind cars and stuff.
When we were in L.A., Austin took me to where he stores his cars. It's by the airport, and it's just warehouses, just long warehouses. He's got them all in there. That's pretty awesome. I really enjoyed Jay Leno's car show. I don't know anything about cars, and nor do I care about them, but his car show where he just takes people out in a different car, and they talk about the car, and they go driving. It was kind of like Seinfeld's Cars Getting Coffee thing.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good show.
His passion for cars is really the only reason I ever listen to him talk about cars, because he loves, like you can tell he loves it so much, it makes me love it. But otherwise, there are some times where he starts walking around his garage of cars, and if I had that money, I would not spend it on any of those.
Speaking of, years ago, I had a Hummer, a 2007 Hummer, that I put a lot of money into and made my dream car. Not for any other reason other than that. All the cars I owned, all the different styles I owned over the year, nothing was like the Hummer I had in 2004. So eventually, I asked Steve Hurley to please find me a Hummer. He found one that had low miles and it was in good condition. I took it and I jacked it up. I put new tires on it. I redid the interior. I redid the roof. I custom built an iPad in the dash like the Teslas have, and I really made that car great. I had a horn blaster on it. I had everything. And then eventually I had to replace the engine. I had to replace the transmission, and it was just nickel and diming me, and I wasn't driving it, and the pandemic hit. And I was like, let's just time to get rid of it. I think time to grow up and move on. And I don't regret it, but I I do miss it. I do miss it. And the guy who bought it for me loves it, but he's selling it. And I made a cash offer. I said, I'll give you $5,000 if you bring it back. And he laughed in my face. And I think he's selling it for like $30,000.
Nice.
But I mean, he says it still runs great. It's just not good for what he needs it for. Like he drives a lot, but the gas is still expensive. But I would take it back.
You would?
Yeah. I miss it. I do miss it. If you have only, like I've had a Range Rover. I've had 2 Range Rovers. I've had a Escalade. I had an Avalanche. I had like all these cars, and they're all great cars, but nothing made me as happy. Like every time I climbed that Hummer, I was like, oh, time to go right over.
You replaced the transmission. Did you replace the engine or
twice?
No? Yeah. Oh, you did. Okay. Yeah.
I replaced the engine, and then the oil change place screwed it up. They put the wrong gasket on, and the gasket blew about a mile away and shut my whole car down.
I would love to eventually, and I'm not really a car guy, but I would love to eventually get another old Corvette, the Stingray is C3, and put a crate engine in there, like all new stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that it had new brakes and had a new engine in
like
there.
the Resto mod.
Yeah. Totally.
All right. I'm gonna up the ante. Jason, I'll give you $5,500 and tickets to see the 1975.
By the way, Jay Leno's car collection, they say, is worth over $52 million.
Yeah, it's not. That's not even to say that if you took one of his super rare cars and put it at auction, you wouldn't get $40 million.
Right? Yeah, totally could. Because he's got all kind of weird stuff. He has cars that have like steam engines and a lot of weird stuff for sure. I don't know how many different car shows he had, but I remember watching one where he would have guests come on and then he would blindfold them and they would start the car up and then they would get in the car and they had to try and figure out what car it was.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty good. You know who's really good at that? Because he's another very big car guy is Tim Allen.
Oh, really?
Tim Allen was like, well, the I can hear the carburetor is doing this, whatever. He goes, so it's got to be between this year and like I'm nailing it.
Did
It
you
was
see Jay Leno
ridiculous.
say in that interview? He was like, Tim Allen. He goes, I'm a car guy. Tim Allen is a mechanics guy. He knows he can look at anything and fix it. And he's like, I just do cars.
That's
he's like, I don't
cool.
do anything else. But he said Tim Allen can fix anything.
Says his most expensive car is a McLaren F1.
Oh, McLaren, yeah.
That's worth $16 million.
I saw
It's sitting in a garage somewhere.
I saw a McLaren at a regular gas station. And everyone was like, what is that? What is it? And the guy who was in front of me was the guy, he was wearing like running shoes and basketball shorts, just normal dude. Looked like he was probably about 50 something, whatever. And everyone's like, what is that? Whatever. And finally he goes, it's a McLaren because it was his. And I was like, that's pretty nice. I don't know. Do you go to a special gas station? Like, I don't know how you do that.
No, that's the thing. And those guys like are putting gas in Ferraris and stuff. They're like keeping the rag underneath it so it doesn't drip on the car and all that.
That's ridiculous.
I don't want that. I love that I had the Hummer and I could just go in dirt and ride over anything I wanted to. And if it got scratched a little, I was like, oh.
Think about Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was so rich at one point, obviously, when he was heavyweight champ and he was making all the money, that I think he crashed what was a Rolls Royce or something, had an accident, and the police came and he goes, "Here, take it. You can have that one."
Yeah.
What?
And just
He just went and got another one.
Yeah. Like, why would you get it fixed? Who cares?
Pete and I were talking the other day about it. We used to hang out with this kid.
Real quick, I just made $30 million in 8 seconds.
Right.
You can have that one.
And I got 8 more coming up this year. I was driving. I used to be a bouncer in Ybor, Pete and I, and we were driving home. And this kid who used to come and spend a lot of money at the bar, we were friends with him. He was going home. We saw each other on 275 at like 4:00 in the morning. And right at the big turn, he spun out the car and he hit a wall. Ooh. And we pulled over and we're like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, can you give me a ride?" And we're like, "Yeah, of course." I'm like, "You want us to call the cops?" And he goes, "No." And I go, "What about the car?" He goes, "It's a rental. Just leave it there." And I go, "Just leave it there? You're just going to leave it in the middle of the 275? He's like, "Yeah, just leave it."
Oh, my God.
All right. I don't know what happens at that point. I don't know what he says it was stolen or what happened. He goes, "Just leave it."
You got the insurance or whatever.
I don't understand how people, I would lose sleep at night waiting for that to come back at me.
Yeah.
But you know what I find out with rental cars is that I've wrecked so many rental cars that they never came after me for anything.
So that is real?
Yeah, so
if you have the insurance.
No, but I didn't have the insurance. So I rented a U-Haul when I moved from Miami back to New York for like a year in the 90s. And my fraternity brothers helped me pack the U-Haul, and then I went to go fill it up with gas, and I pulled away, and they were all waving. They were going to miss me, and I'm waving back, and they're like waving faster and harder, and I'm like, I'm going to miss you guys too. And I didn't realize I was tearing the top off of the gas station. The gas station overhang thing it caught on the end of the U-Haul, and I just ripped it all out. So the gas station guy was mad. U-Haul was mad. I didn't get the insurance, and I'm like, this is going to kill me. Never heard a word about it.
Really?
Never. Then I was driving in Manhattan, and in Manhattan they double and triple park, and I was driving down really fast down the street, and I clipped the mirror of the car next to me and just knocked their mirror off and my mirror off, and of course I kept going. And my wife's like, we're going to have to pay for that. We're going to have to. I go, I know. I don't know. What am I going to do? Stop and get that guy's number? I don't even know who it is. They're triple parked in the street. And then I brought it back to the thing, and I remember this lady was like, all right, let me look around the car. And she goes, ooh, what happened over here? I go, a guy triple parked and our mirror smashed. She goes, you're going to have to pay for that. I go, I probably won't. Never heard a word about it. Never. I abandoned a car in Staten Island one time. I was in Staten Island, but I was living in Manhattan, and my rental car wouldn't start. I was at a laundromat, and I was doing my laundry in the laundromat in Staten Island, and not even a great part. And I went and turned the car on. It wouldn't start. And I called them, and I said, hey, I'm here in my car. And they're like, all right, we'll send somebody out. I waited. Hour later, of just sitting in the car, I called them back. I go, I can't wait anymore. I got to go. And they were like, so you're abandoning the car? I go, I guess so. Keys under the mat. Took my laundry, got on the train, took the train back into the city. Never heard a word about it. Like, I would never get the insurance because I've wrecked stuff and nobody ever comes back. I still wait for them to call me one day, 40 years later, and be like, remember that U-Haul you rented?
Yeah.
You just smash it up and just nothing.
You owe us $15 million in back taxes.
So I do put it on American Express, and American Express's insurance will cover up to a certain amount, but I've checked in American Express because they're eventually going to be like, hey, you got to stop crashing cars.
I just like to get the insurance so that I can do the Seinfeld line. Yeah. You want the insurance? And I go, yeah, because I'm going to beat the hell out of this thing.
I rented scooters in Key West when I was with Stephanie and years ago, and she wrecked her scooter, and I got calls from collections for like 3 years from those people before I paid it off.
You have to, and this is a good time for a PSA. A friend of mine who will remain nameless, Moose, was on a cruise one time and went to rent scooters. And when he was pulling out, he hit a sign and had a small dent on it. And they gave him you need to pay $5,000 or we're not letting you go back. And then the federales came and they were like, they were all part of the scam. So they were like, we don't have that. And it's got to be cash. And he was like, well, we don't have that kind of cash on us. And they were like, send one of you back to the boat to get it and come back here. And then they held the other one. That is scary because there's nothing you could do at that point. You can only send the one back to the cruise and hope that either she comes back with $5,000 or help, you know?
Yeah, or you go, I got $20 in the car. All right, good.
Yeah. I'll tell you, though, you see a sucker coming, you're going to get ripped off, you know?
If I was whoever was with Moose, I would be like, please don't send Moose because there's a good chance that he's not coming back.
Yeah,
there's a good chance
that's a great way to. I wouldn't leave my wife. If I was fighting with my wife, I'd be like, yeah, I'll be right back. You just stay here.
Also, I still can't believe that they rent scooters and do that stuff. People who are obviously drunk have never ridden any kind of motorcycle or scooter or anything like that before. And it's like, yep, here you go. Just right into another car. You're like, oh, Jesus.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, I saw a little lady hauling ass the other day on one of those city scooters, man.
Electric scooters,
I thought
they
of you.
Go fast.
I thought of Gio first, and then I thought I would never get on one of those.
They are fun until you fall off.
Yeah.
I've seen so many ER nurses do like PSAs on Instagram and TikTok and stuff about do not get on those scooters. Even if you're sober, they are so dangerous. And so many people go to the ER because of them that she's like, I saw someone that flipped over front and fractured their skull. Had to get a piece of their skull removed.
I gotta tell you though, I thought that the bike program and the scooter program was the dumbest thing ever in the beginning. Now I think it's a great idea.
Bikes.
But just being able to pick it up and leave it somewhere and, you know, just like kind of bike sharing is really a great idea, especially if you live in a downtown type area. But to be able to go to Ybor or to go to a hockey game from downtown that's pretty awesome that they were able to implement that.
Yeah, Yeah, the system is a little outdated in my opinion, because I remember when I was in Amsterdam, they have the same type thing, but the bikes that you rent over there are like, they're lightweight, they're either electric, some of them are gas powered. Yeah, they have some good ones over there.
Well,
You're listening to Tampa Bay's most listened to morning show, The Mike Calta Show. The Bone Bonus is back. The Bone is giving you $1,000 5 times a day, every weekday. Listen to The Bone for your chance to win $1,000 at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 2, and 5 p.m. every weekday. Good news, The Bone Bonus is tariff-free. It's The Bone Bonus, hooking you up with cash every single weekday. Presented to you by Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. The Bone Bonus is back. 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw radio.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs. You name it. We've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
You know, for years, I've been telling you about my friends at Super Heat and Air. I use them for everything. I have them come out and do a clean and tune before the big season changes, and I've used them to replace units before, and now they just got a whole lot better. Super Heat and Air is now adding expert plumbing. That's right, Super Heat and Air, my personal choice for HVAC excellence for many years, is now in partnership with ABC Plumbing, Heat and Air, and they offer trusted, full-service plumbing solutions with the same high standards as Super Heat and Air. So now you get all the services all in one company. Every technician that comes out is drug screened, background checked, and fully vetted, and they only hire the most trustworthy professionals. Those are the people they're sending to your homes, and they have the same 24-hour-a-day, 7-day service, because plumbing problems don't wait either, and they deliver 5-star service because nothing less is acceptable. I'm so happy to announce that Super Heat and Air is now Super Heat and Air and Plumbing. Check them out online at superheatandair.com. That's superheatandair.com for all your HVAC and plumbing needs. Tell them Mike Calta sent you.
It's the perfect day. You're just driving along, listening to your favorite music, the windows down. There's a cool breeze. Life is good. But wait, hold on a second. You're not wearing a seatbelt? You'd better put that on before that... Uh-oh, too late. Cops everywhere are stepping up enforcement, so you'd better buckle up or you will get caught. Sorry to ruin your day. Click it or ticket.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Raise deals are here, and they're so good, even Raymond is buying. Drive a new Kia Sportage, just $479 per month. Or a new Kia Telluride, just $379 a month. Don't miss out. Claim your raise deal today. Sportage, $479 per month. Telluride, $379 a month. At Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service. Call 1-800-371-0942 for complete details.
When you hire Bernetti PA for your injury case, we make the process easy for you to monitor. We provide you our app so that you can monitor your case at any time. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Lakeland, Tampa, St. Pete.
Preparing to sell your home can be costly and time-consuming. You can skip the hassles of a traditional home sale and sell your home stress-free with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hey, it's JP. You can say goodbye to the stress that comes along with showings, open houses, and costly home repairs. My friends at Mark Spain Real Estate will sell your home fast and for maximum value. With over 12,500 five-star reviews, trust the top real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home for top dollar. Just go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Chloe loves softball. Cancer tried to stop her twice. Now she's a force on and off the field. We believe in Chloe's dream because we share it. Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital. All we do, all for kids.
It's Jeff Jr. from Trajan Wealth, and I've got something important to talk to you about, your 401k. If you have changed jobs, there are two very important considerations. You don't want to leave your 401k behind, and you don't want to roll it over into your new company plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. 401ks will often have limited investments or age-based options. Since companies have to make choices to suit all employees, they may not be suited to you, which could cost you fees and money. When you roll over your 401k into an IRA, you not only keep your money growing tax deferred, but you also gain access to a world of investment options specifically designed for you. Trajan Wealth and our fiduciary advisors have helped thousands, and we can do the same for you. Call Trajan today at 813-550-1000. That's 813-550-1000.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor.
Remembering all the brave men and women who gave their all for this country. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. For 102.5 The Bone. We now return to The Mike Calta Show on 102.5 The Bone.
Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip.
Schools have a tall order when it comes to preparing kids to, join adulthood and stuff. There's some basic life skills that we should be able to fit in somewhere so the kids would have them by the time they leave home.
Entertainment and information when you need it. That is Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. You're listening to Tampa Bay's most listened to morning show, The Mike Calta Show. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think.
Makes me feel good.
Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. Let's have some summer fun in the summer sun, Bone fam. It's the Neutral Summer of Music. Presented by Neutral. Win tickets to some of the summer's biggest shows like Thomas Rhett, Katy Perry, Jason Aldean, and more. Plus, score Neutral summer gear, including hats and coolers. Scan the QR code at participating Florida Circle K's, Miller's Ale House, or at the Blind Goat in Tampa to enter. Neutral. Keep it tasty. Visit theboneonline.com for more details.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Ruck, run, or walk it at the 3rd Annual Sergeant Anthony Patrick Malstat's Defender Ruck on June 7th. Choose the 5K, 2.2-mile Ruck Walk, or go virtual. Every step supports military mental health and suicide prevention, plus music, food, raffles, and more. Sign up now at DefenderRuck.com and use the code THEBONE for $10 off.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah.
Tampa.
Think you're not the suing type? But you aren't at fault. I'm Tampa injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't choose this accident, the bills, or the damage. Don't cover for someone else's mistake. Just call Mo. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
John Senning here for Teza Energy. There are few products in this life that you use every single day. Maybe toilet paper, maybe your cell phone. Well, for me, it is definitely Teza. I love this pouch that you dip between your cheek and your gum. I personally have never been a dipper or a vapor or a smoker. I love it for that focused energy that it gives me all day. Right before the show, I pop in a bangin' black cherry. I love my first pouch in the morning. Gets the blood flowing. If you are trying to beat a habit, you want to stop dipping, vaping, haven't, smoking, maybe even staying away from the snacks, it can help with all those as well. Developed by a local doctor, and you can use our code BONE20 at TZIEnergy.com to get 20% off everything in the online store. Also available on Amazon. Subscribe and get your pouches right to your front door every single week. You got to try it if you haven't. There's a flavor for everybody. TZIEnergy.com. Why spit when you can swallow?
Memorial Day savings all month long at Crown Hyundai.
Get financing as low as 0%. Buy with zero down or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Elantra SE for only $99 a month. All backed by Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service.
Visit CrownHyundai.com.
With approved credit, 24-month lease, 10K miles a year, $59.95 due at signing plus dealer fee and electronic filing fee.
A lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, this is my last hope. The next step is getting them in the right arch supports. Our goal is to have that long-term change for them, to see someone that is in pain. I change things for them. See how we can help you with a free fitting at the Good Feet store.
Progressive knows when you're in your RV, you're already on vacation. That's when you become Vacation You, who just camped where there's absolutely no shade. Even though regular you burns easily. In fact, Vacation You burns too, but is too stubborn to admit it, which is why regular you gets in trouble at the dermatologist, because Vacation You doesn't do doctors. So bundle your RV with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My car is making this noise. Sometimes it's like doop, 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 and sometimes it's like grrr.
Do you have a dash light on?
Oh, yeah.
Then we don't have to listen for clues. With the free Fix Finder service, we can read a check engine, ABS, or maintenance light to find the likely fix and even recommend a local shop if you need one.
So you don't need to hear the grrr.
Not with Fix Finder. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Hi, I'm Kurt Browning, Pasco County Superintendent of Schools. I lead the charge to provide a world-class education for all students. In Pasco County, there are almost 1,000 abused and neglected children in the child welfare system. Many of these children find it difficult to achieve academic success. Find out how you can help as a guardian ad litem volunteer. Call 727-834-3493 or visit herotoachild.org. Our children and their success matter to me. I am for the child. Are you?
Hi, I'm Pasco Sheriff Chris Nacco, and your Pasco Sheriff's Office protects and serves all citizens, including the youngest and most vulnerable of all of us, our children. Right here in Pasco, there are almost 1,000 kids in the child welfare system. What can you do to help? You can be that child's voice by becoming a guardian ad litem volunteer. Call 727-834-3493 or visit herotoachild.org to learn how you can help. I'm for the child. Are you?
Guys with ponytails, girls that think they're models, people that don't know how to Google something, and of course, ventriloquists. No one is safe when it comes to an open letter from Galvin.
Seriously?
Hear a brand new open letter from Galvin live every Wednesday at 8 a.m. on The Mike Calta Show. And go check out all the past open letters from Galvin at theboneonline.com. Sponsored by Zero Res. Zero Res. All they leave is clean. 1025. The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
it's JP. On 102.5 The Bone. Real Raw Radio.
Guys, if I could just have your attention.
Let's go!
Turn it on now!
You might want to check this one out.
All right, here we go. Stay right where you are.
Stand by to broadcast.
Okay, people, let's do this.
Now we're ready to roll.
And now it's JP.
Here we go.
Are you
JP 102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Monica and Dizzy in the studio as well. I'm reading this story. Tell me what you guys think of this. This guy is getting ready to get married. to a woman.
Don't do it.
Whose husband died. And now she's saying that she wants to wear the dead husband's wedding ring even after they're married. And he's saying, I feel like I'm in second place. And I'm like,
because he is.
Right. Why do you want to marry someone who's clearly not ready? That would be my thing. You kind of got to walk, right? Or at least hold off on getting married and see if things change a little bit. Right? I mean, I here's the thing. I have friends of mine. A friend of mine passed away. And him and his wife were hands down the